Hello and welcome to Master of Nan. Today we're just going to cover some basics. So in this video we're going to set up a Conda environment. This is using the mini Conda distribution of Anaconda 3 because it is lighter than the full distribution, and really as a data analyst you should definitely be comfortable working with the shell. So I've already navigated to my directory where I'd like to put this environment, or I should say files associated with this environment, because the environment itself will actually be installed in a different directory. But for now, let's not focus on that. That's maybe a subject of a different video for down the road. So we're going to use the Conda command, conda create. Conda create. We're going to give it -n, which means name. We're going to call it testing underscore environment, and then we're going to specify that we want it to install Python. Now what you can do here is you can do something like this and say at least Python 3.9, or you can say, hey, I actually want it to equal Python 3.9. But in this case, if you just leave it as Python, it's going to install the latest version of Python, which in this case is Python 3.10 or 3.10, if you will. So we'll hit enter, and then it's going to collect some data from the internet, and then it might take a while to solve the environment, quote unquote. Okay, actually that was pretty fast. So you can see that it wants to put in, if you go to the upper left-hand portion of the screen here, it wants to install Python 3.10.8, which happens to be the most current build, and then it tells you the build specifications right there. Only 15.8 megabytes, so pretty light memory-wise. And then the following kind of basic packages that are going to be installed with it. So see here you've got pip, OpenSSL for dealing with web, pip for installing Python packages, Python itself, and then if you look further over here you can see, hey, this is the actual version it is, just like it's specified up here. SQLite for dealing with some databases, wheel, some other deals here. So we're just going to say yes, and we'll hit OK. It's going to go through this extraction process where it extracts and installs everything. So it's going to do all of this stuff automatically. So I'll just pause the video while it's doing that. Oh, or I won't, because it's actually already ready. So pretty light. So now to actually get into this environment, if you look over on the left-hand side here, you can see that it says base. That's my base Conda environment. I actually want to activate, so similar to what you would do with venv if you're using that, or virtual env if you're using that method of environment control. I prefer the Conda environment. It does get a little bit squirrely when you want to install packages using pip. You can do that. However, there can be some dependencies issues. The other day I actually broke one of my environments by messing around with pip, and I had to actually go back and restore the environment from a save that I had made. So just say conda activate, and we're going to call it testing environment, right? Because that's what we, oh yeah, there it is right there. See, it even tells you how to do that. I love that. Just so used to automatically doing it. And oh, make sure I'm in the right video here. Come on, Anaconda. Be my friend. Okay, turns out I had to actually select my shell, my Anaconda shell. Who knew? So now that we're in here, you can see on the left-hand side, instead of saying base at the beginning, it says testing underscore environment. So we're in our environment now. So if we want to see what all that we have installed in that environment, we can just type conda list, and it's going to list all the things it just installed, right? Because we haven't installed anything else in this environment. And then there's no channels, just in the root channel. The kind of the two main channels that you'll see over here later on will be PyPy for anything you install using pip, and then for example TensorFlow or PyTorch, or Conda Forge is the other one. It's the Anaconda specific channel that you can go in and find stuff in. But so just for now, though, we're not going to cover that today. Just showing you how to get in, see what you've got, and get out. So now that we are here, let's just deactivate. And then you'll see now that it goes back to our base right there. All right, so this has been Master of Nan, how to set up a Conda environment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.